Good day everybody, it's Kristy from OKketOH. So I've mentioned before in a couple of my videos about my heaviest weight in my life was 320 pounds. So some people have commented before that they can't believe I was ever that heavy, and they just find it hard to believe. But I did lose the initial weight of the 320 pounds in I think I was 21, 22 years old when I lost the initial weight. I started gaining a lot of weight probably when I was about 13 years old, so around the time of puberty, and I just kept gaining and gaining and gaining in weight. It didn't help that I worked at Dairy Queen from the time I was 14 until the time I was 18. And you get used to eating all that ice cream, and after you're, off work, you take ice cream home and eat ice cream. I'm not blaming it all on ice cream. I'm blaming it on myself. I was a very emotional eater, still am. I mean, I don't know if that ever goes away. But yeah, so I've always struggled with weight. And my heaviest was, I think it was 322 pounds. And like I said, the first year and a half, then I dropped down to 147, and I maintained that for a year and a half. And then, like I've said before, I would fluctuate between the 155 and 185 range, depending on the year and what I was doing, and go up and down. I've done different boot camps to get in shape, weightlifting. I've done bench pressing competitions, stuff like that, to keep me busy whenever I got motivated to lose the weight I put back on before. Paleo diet, and now doing keto. But I see keto now as a lifestyle, as in those other things I really didn't see as a lifestyle. Keto I've been sticking to as a lifestyle, and I don't look forward to getting my goal weight and going off of it. Like I said, it's a lifestyle now, so I'm gonna stay consistent with it. It's the only thing I've ever done that I felt like this is gonna be a lifestyle. Not like, oh, I gotta get to my goals so I can start eating this and this and this again. I don't miss any of that. I guess it's like, you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt kind of thing. It's not for me. It's not for me. So no more teeter-tottering. Maybe a 5-pound teeter-totter, but it's going to stay with keto. I'm not going to get to my 147 that I want to be and go off of keto. But anyways, let me regress, because today it's about showing some pictures. I do not personally have a lot of pictures left of being really, really big. I'm sure my mother does. And my children, my son and daughter, my son is 22. He lives out on his own. He's in the military. My daughter does live at home. She has some pictures that I saved for their boxes to give to them to take, that was pictures of them growing up and so forth. And my son, I gave him pictures that I might have been in from when he was little. So he probably has a majority of the pictures when I was heavier. My daughter does have some from one of me when I was a teenager, and some with me holding her or being pregnant with her, so she can have those as memories whenever she moves out on her own and has children, if she wants to share them with them. That's why I kept those, but the majority I do not have. I don't want to look at them. I don't like them. I don't, but I do. I went through her box, rounded up some that I put in her box for her to take, and got it out of the closet, and I will share with you some of those so you can see that, yeah, I mean, I've done it, a bit on that roller coaster, and I've been really heavy, 320 pounds. So let me start with the one of them I drug out. It was when I was 16 years old. So it would have been 96. So keep that in mind when you're looking at how I'm dressed. Yeah, no excuses, but it's horrible. So, yep. I was probably about 240, 250 pounds here. Again, I was 16 years old, working at the Dairy Queen. Started dating my husband. And you know how when you start a relationship and you're real comfortable, you start going out to eat together all the time. You're always out to eat and you both gain weight. He didn't gain weight at that time. He was really thin and in shape, but I gained extra weight. So this is at 16 again. Yeah. Then these two I'm going to show you is when I was pregnant with my daughter. I had gestational diabetes, so I was on a strict diet. I had to give myself insulin at the time. So I only gained 10 pounds when I was pregnant with her, and you can still see how big I was. I think I was probably 300 pounds when I was pregnant with her. And again, I did not gain but 10 pounds during the pregnancy because I had to give myself shots several times a day. It was a very miserable pregnancy. And I'm pretty sure it was brought on by myself being so big. I have no one to blame but me. So again, it's another picture. Sorry for all the glares. It was just horrible. And then I will show you when I gave, what I looked like when I gave birth to her. You can see in the face. Again, only a 10-pound gain in the pregnancy. So I was pretty big when I got pregnant with her. And I was 19 years old. And this is when she was, I think, about 9 months old. We were at the beach. We lived in Norfolk, Virginia. That's me holding her. That's when I said, I got to make a change. I already had a son that was 3. I had him at a young age as well. I had him at 17. And 2 children. You know, and I did not want to leave them motherless by my health choices. And then this is when, after the first 1.5 to 2 years, I lost the initial weight. My husband and I went hiking in the Smoky Mountains. I was down to 147. And that is what my new goal is, to get back to that weight that I was when I was 24 years old. I'm 39 years old. I am at 153.6 as of yesterday. So I'm not too far off. I believe in myself. I believe I can do it. I want my children to see I can do it. Whenever you set your mind to, you can do. There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I want to be around for when I have grandchildren. I mean, I don't want my grandchildren to just hear about me or see these pictures and know me. I want to be around for them to know me. I know what it's like to not have your grandparents around, or one of your grandparents around and not the other, and just hear about them in stories and how they were. I don't want that for my children. So I wish I could show you more pictures. I mean, I know I love to see before pictures of people and their transformation, but it was, I mean, they're not very pretty. It's not something I like to look at. Yeah, it's a reminder of where I came from, but I remember the feeling of where I came from. I remember the misery. That's enough. That's enough to keep me motivated. I did keep some, like I said, for my children. I don't think it's fair to erase yourself out of your children's pictures just because you don't like the way you look. Because they got it. My son doesn't remember. My daughter doesn't remember being that. I mean, she was only 1 when I changed my weight, my life. And my son was 3. He doesn't remember. I mean, I remember being tired, lifting him, and being so heavy I didn't want to do much with him, or, you know, go run around with him. And I remember those feelings. And I don't want to look at pictures and remember that feeling again. I just want to look to the future. That's why I didn't keep a lot of them. But I'm sure my mom's got some. Maybe she might send me, or I'll have her text them to me. If she does, I'll share more with you. But yeah, that's why I don't have like an intro with all what I used to look like. I'm sure someone out there's got all those different phases, and I just don't like to share them. Kind of triggering, I guess you would say, but I'm not going back there. That's who I used to be. I'm not that person no more. So I don't know. I guess I look to the future more than the past to know what I want to feel like and look like. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow myself and my brother on our keto journey, we're both doing it differently. Please think about hitting that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll get notified when I or him or us together upload a video. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see more of from us, is it more recipes, more what I eat in a day, more kind of a keto life blog, or blog I guess you would say since it's video, let me know. Any questions? Let me know. I'm open. I mean, I'll be honest with you. All right. Peace.